Hey everyone, this is Brandon Oliveras from Co-Creation Coaching, and today I've decided to bring on my wife, Christine,
Hi everyone.
and she wanted to join me today. She'll probably be on a lot of the videos with me from now on, so, because a lot of people like our interactions, they think we're funny together, so,
Get used to me.
we're, so we're going to start doing it this way. So today, last Thursday, I talked about whether you need belief in the law of attraction and in your manifestation for it to work. And the answer basically was no, not really, but it's helpful. Okay, so today our topic is how to increase your belief in the law of attraction. So it's not absolutely necessary, like I said last week, but it can be useful to have that belief, just so you have more of an expectation, and it's easier to put your trust in that. And like I said, you don't need that belief, but uh, it's hard to be trusting, in this process when you're trying to do these things, when you're trying to feel good, when you're trying to do these techniques, and if you don't 100% believe, which you're not going to at first, just because it's new to
Well,
you,
yeah.
it's hard to find a way to keep doing it. To find the persistence to do it and the discipline to do it, because this does take discipline, not in a way that's like effort, but it takes persistence. You have to do this every day, or it's good to do it every day. You have to watch the way that you think. I always talk about the emotional guidance system, and you have to watch all that. And so you want to be careful with um, what you're focusing on. And if you're not believing in this 100% at first, it's a little hard to do that. But, like I said last week, I don't think it's necessary, because even without the belief, you're still going to feel better when you're doing these processes.
Not only that, but if you have an open mind,
Right.
it doesn't really matter because it's okay to be a little bit have a healthy skepticism at first. I mean,
Right.
Brandon
Oh,
did.
sure. Oh, God, yeah.
And I don't know how much he believed in the process, but he was so open to it that it
Right.
happened. So I think the key is more openness.
Openness, yeah. Yeah, when I first started learning about the law of attraction, I was in a place in my life where I was very cynical.
Yes.
Yeah. and
Oh,
And so it was hard for me to really believe in him. Like, oh, what if people are just making this stuff up? And especially with I was studying Abraham-Hicks, and what if this is all fake, and and that kind of thing. And it was hard to believe in it. And then I started to see it for myself. But when you don't believe in it at first, I think it's still useful, because even if hypothetically none of this stuff was true, you're still feeling better as you're doing these techniques, because it's really, most of all, I like to call the law of attraction the art of happiness, because most of all, it is about how to be happy and how to feel better.
mm-hmm.
And so even if nothing happened as a result, I mean, isn't it good enough? Isn't it better just to be able to be happy and to feel better? And that's a lot of times what people say that the purpose of these techniques is to help you to feel better. You don't do these techniques to get your things, that's a nice side effect, but you do them to feel better.
Right.
Because when you're worrying about, I can't get this, you're not feeling very good, you know?
Yeah, and you have just a better life when you're happy, and just
Right.
things just start happening.
Right. And so it's just about finding ways of feeling better, finding ways of being happy, and then with the law of attraction, because the universe responds to your vibration, it it will start to work out. You will start to have experiences that feel happy, that feel better to you, and that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So just do this. If you don't have the belief right away, just do this stuff to feel better.
Yeah.
Just do it because, oh, it makes me feel happier when I do it. And don't worry about whether it's true or not at first.
Yeah, that won't get you anywhere.
No.
I've been in places where I'm like, I won't do anything unless it's true. Well, you can't know anything's true.
Right. I have a client who keeps saying, are you sure this stuff is true? I don't want to get deluded and do all this stuff if it's not absolutely true, and I want to make sure it's logical. I'm like, just seriously, just be happy.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that, but it's going to make you more stressed out,
Right.
and you're going to get worse things going on in your life.
Right.
So it's not worth it. Because nothing is true and everything is true at the same time.
Yeah, that's one thing I realized because I was on the spiritual path. Well, we're always on the spiritual path, but I deliberately sought, I guess would be the past tense of seek,
Yes.
sought for um, for years. I started when I was 9 years old. Now I'm 27, so it must have been 18 years that I was seeking, and for most of that time I was seeking for the truth. Jinx. I was seeking for the truth, and I thought the truth was something logical. I thought it was, a series of doctrines, a series of dogmas that you could lay out and say, "Oh, this is true. That's true. That's true. That's true." And I came to find out it wasn't. It's not
No.
something. It's not something you can point to and say, "Oh, yeah, that's true."
No.
So,
No, because you can find the truth in every religion, every belief system,
yeah,
and you can find the false in every truth,
right.
every belief system. So it's not a matter of what's true and what isn't true. It's what makes you feel
What makes you
good.
feel good. That's really
That's all that matters.
yeah. The top question in the law of attraction. What makes you feel good?
Right.
So, I did realize the truth isn't really. It's not an intellectual truth. It's really, you could say, a vibrational truth or an emotional truth. Feeling good, and that's always going to lead you to greater and greater truth. So, once you have that, okay, I'm going to do this because I want to feel better, then the next step is just to start increasing your trust. And I had a coaching session with another law of attraction coach last year. It was something I actually manifested, a free session with her. And one of the things she told me really stuck with me. And that was, it's not that you don't trust, it's that you're trusting in the wrong things. And, for example, like if you believe that money is hard to earn, you're trusting that money is hard to earn, and so you're proving that to yourself over and over and over again. It's just about learning how to trust that money is easy to earn, and trust that it can come to you, and trust that all this stuff can work out. So you are trusting. I mean, you can't live as a human being and not trust. It's just about gradually shifting your trust to the things you want to trust in. You want to trust in the law of attraction. You want to trust that the universe responds to your vibration. And you want to trust that things are always working out. And so you're just shifting your trust. What do you trust in right now? And can you change that? Can you shift to another belief? So you're going to grow that trust little by little.
Right.
And I think the way you do that is just by proving it to yourself by little things. Try out just manifesting something small. A lot of people will do like butterflies, something not meaningless, but something neutral to you or slightly positive. You have no emotional attachment to. Butterflies. You don't care if you see butterflies or not, or you know what I mean, like, or just certain things that are rare. You wouldn't just see on a daily basis, but that are kind of neutral to you.
Like
okay?
A penny or something.
A penny. I've seen a lot of people manifest like 4-leaf clovers.
That's cool.
Because they're sort of rare, and that kind of thing. Just manifest the small stuff, or manifest.
I'm good at manifesting food.
Yeah. Yes, you're very good at manifesting food. But manifest the small stuff. I've heard of people manifesting parking places.
Oh yeah, that's common.
Yeah. Just things like that. And, the reason that these things are easy, I guarantee you're gonna have success with this if you have any openness whatsoever that this is possible. But the reason that's easy is because you don't have any emotional attachment. You don't care one way or another if it comes. And that is sort of a topic for a future video, but that is the attitude you need to successfully manifest what you want. Oh, it doesn't matter if it comes or not, but it would be really awesome if it did.
Right.
This sort of excitement, anticipation, but it doesn't really matter.
Right.
And so that's what you need. And if you start out with these little things,
It'll gradually.
It'll gradually
Yep.
increase, and then you, oh look, that happened. And now when that happens, don't don't tear it down and poke holes. Oh well, that's because of this logical reason.
Because the wind blew it over.
Because yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
Don't do that, because that's just going to sabotage your progress. And you know, the thing I've realized when it comes to law of attraction and with the universe as a whole, you can believe in whatever you choose to believe in. And if you choose to believe in being a totally logical person where everything has a logical explanation, that's all you're going to get in life.
Yep.
It's not that that's absolutely true. It's that that's what you choose to believe in. So be open, be a little magical, be a little willing to play around and say, "Oh no, it's not that there's a logical explanation. It's that this was a magical experience. It's that the universe did this for me." And if you can't quite grasp that right now, what if that were true? What if the universe did that just for you? What if that was just a special thing that was just for you, that this happened, just to show you, yes, magic exists?
Yes.
Right? I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? So let yourself imagine that. Let yourself get out of the logical, mindset a little bit and just dream and just, oh, what if this were true? And as you allow for that, it will grow and grow in your experience. And one of the great things about the law of attraction is it's so much part of the universal fabric that it will even prove to you it doesn't exist if that's what you believe. Right? It does.
Yeah.
If you believe, oh no, it's just random and there's no, yeah, it'll prove that to you. So you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
You can manifest any experience you want.
Yeah.
And whether that's belief in anything or not belief in anything, that's why you can't know anything is true, because it's all manifested.
Well, you think of people who have like UFO experiences.
Yeah, that's a
right?
biggie.
And now, do UFOs exist? I have no idea. I've seen some convincing evidence, but I really have no idea.
But you could have manifested that evidence.
I could have manifested. That's the point. If you are a believer in UFOs, guess what? You're going to manifest evidence of UFOs. Do they exist? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. What matters is, how does it make you feel? If that's a scary thing to you, like, oh, what if I'm abducted or something, then I would recommend staying away from that. Yeah. But if it's a fascinating thing to you, like, wow, there might be life from other planets that are checking us out, and maybe they want to make contact or something that's so interesting, then, pursue that and let that evidence come. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. I know as a logical person that drove me nuts at first. I want to know what's absolutely true. I want to know, exactly what's out there. But it's not, and we know this more and more with quantum physics today, that it reacts to your beliefs. It reacts to your observation.
Yeah, I was just going to say, whatever you want to be true,
whatever you want to be true is true, right?
Yeah.
It's just like people of every religion prove to themselves their religion is the truth. Christians prove to themselves that Christianity is the truth, and Muslims prove to themselves that Islam is the truth, and Hindus prove to themselves that Hinduism is the truth, and you can see arguments on every single side, and that's what I realized as I was searching all these different paths. They all have arguments, and they all have flaws too. If you're looking for the flaws, so
find the one that's best for you.
Find the one that feels best to you. Right. Don't let it be so much about what is absolutely true or not.
Yeah.
But as you're growing trust in the law of attraction, if you choose to see that it is true, it will become more and more true to you.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the wonderful thing about the universe. And then once you do that, you can move on to bigger manifestations. But that's where most people run into some difficulties. It's this stuff that, the big things, and big in quotes, because, people have this emotional attachment to the things that they really want, and so they, it's harder for them to manifest it. And again, that's something we can talk about another time, but really the thing is, if it worked for the small stuff, it can work for everything. And I will tell you that everything in your reality is a manifestation. Everything in your reality is manifestation. So when it comes to your particular manifestation, let's say you have something particular in mind that you're trying to manifest, and you want to grow trust in the law of attraction and that you can get this thing. The biggest thing you can do, and I have I always mention this, but I have a law of attraction course that talks all about this. But the biggest thing you can do to start to see that manifestation come into your reality is to purposefully look for evidence that it's already there in some way. If your manifestation is for greater abundance, how are you already abundant in some way? Or, if you see a penny on the sidewalk, that's evidence. If something's discounted or free, that's evidence. You look for the evidence that it's true.
Yeah.
Just like with anything else, just like I said with the UFOs, you look for the evidence that they're true. And they will be to you. So that's what you do with these bigger manifestations, is that you look for evidence that they are true. You look for evidence that they are more and more true for you, and they are coming into your reality more and more. And I always say, because again, people are afraid of being deluded, being delusional.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it feels like that a little bit at first, because you have to kind of see these random signs. Oh, I saw this random thing. Oh, that's evidence. Oh, that's evidence. Oh, that's evidence. And
But the difference is that it actually does pertain to what you're doing.
it actually does.
Because when people are delusional, mentally speaking, the stuff just doesn't make sense.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
Right. And it's usually they're covering up something that they're really not feeling good about. They're covering over something with that delusion.
Well, just like there was this bipolar person. This was on TV.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it for school, because I majored in mental health.
Right.
And there was something about Jesus and something about, was it General Motors?
Uh-huh.
And how the numbers, some kind of numbers, something about Jesus, I don't even know.
Right.
Like, it just didn't make any sense.
Right.
But when you're looking for your manifestation for money and you see a penny on the ground, duh, it's money.
Right.
It might be 1 cent, but it's money.
But do you remember even that, I don't remember what book it was, but the author, I think her friend, wanted to be like a spiritual teacher.
Yeah, that was your,
Was it the magic book?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think so. It was that lady.
Genevieve Davis.
Yes.
And it was something about magic. But
yeah.
Her friend wanted to be some kind of spiritual teacher or something like that. And she kept seeing all these signs, and the author, Genevieve, would be like, I'm not seeing how that's a sign. Oh yeah, it's a sign. I'm going to be a spiritual teacher. It's going to happen. And, it turns out within about, what was it, 2 years or something like that,
Yeah.
she was a really successful spiritual teacher. It all worked out. But she had to see those signs that were sort of delusional. It seemed delusional at first. But she had to see those signs. And she did. And she saw them everywhere. And everything that happened was a sign to her that she was on her path.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. Because again, to me, the fear is, oh, I'm delusional, or oh, I'm seeing signs where there aren't any. No, it doesn't matter. If you see those things and they feel good to you to think that way, yeah, they're signs.
Yeah.
I don't care what they are. I've heard of people seeing, just kind of joking and seeing like the leaves on the trees as $100 bills, and thinking about all the abundance and how that makes them feel. It's just creative focusing.
Right.
And creative interpretation of reality.
Right.
I'd rather call it that than delusion.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So that's what it is, though. And then, as you do that, as you see that evidence, it will grow and grow and grow, and you will have greater belief because you're seeing the evidence. Mm-hmm. But you want to look for evidence, because right now I guarantee what you're doing is looking for evidence that what you want is not here. I mean, look at what you're doing. Look at your manifestation you want, and see what you're focusing on day to day. Oh, it's not here yet. Oh, it's not here yet. Oh, look at this thing. It means it's not coming. You're doing the opposite. So you're doing what I'm saying, but for your not manifestation. The lack of your manifestation. Yeah. So do the same thing, but do it for your manifestation. Oh, this is evidence that it's coming. This is evidence that it's almost here. And start to do that little by little, and it will come, and you'll have that trust more and more that it's possible. So that's everything for today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoyed this and you want more videos and other articles like this, you can first of all subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can also visit my website at cocreationcoaching.org, and I have a whole bunch of articles there all about the law of attraction and how to apply this stuff to your reality. And I also have links in the description. I mentioned my law of attraction course. You can go to my website and it should be in the menu there, but I'll also link to it in the description. And but check that out as well. And otherwise, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.